Okay, welcome back everybody here. Part 3 of the Esports Drifting Association official rulebook version 1.1 video. So let's continue and get right back off into things here. Continuing off from 9. Well, first of all, I'm going to explain to you what parts are going to be covered in this video. We're going to be doing 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the sections. So let's get right into things. Starting off at 9, we have the ESDA registration. Let's go to the next page here. Okay, zoom in. Alright, all signups are done on the Facebook page, or I guess you get the link from the Facebook page from the website, which is currently working on. We've currently been working on infom.net, or Twitter or Instagram or wherever we have everything posted. So you have the link from there, and it should take you to one of the two sites, either tournament.com or Battlefly. And at the current moment, Tournament has not put up a Forza section, but Battlefly has. So most likely we're going to be using Battlefly as the site. Um, in the bold reading here, as you see here, bold print, we're only taking the first 128 signups, and anything beyond that will get moved to a reserve sign-up. So pretty much when you see the link, when you see everything go up, make sure you get right on it to make sure you have a spot in. Okay, continuing on. This information is honestly regarding to as to the for the announcers. For the announcers, most likely, at least the last bullet is. So for the individual sign up, we want your gamer tag, your team name, if you have a team, your country, and you will have a link to go submit your car, your build of your car, including your tune. So it will have that. And last bullet, tell us about yourself, your accomplishments, and car detail. So explaining to you, I guess for example, I was gonna throw out an example like oh, my car is like you can say real feel 240 or something, or just let's just put an example. So just have a little car detail in it so it can give something to announcers to talk about on the stream and everything. Same goes for your team sign up. You list everything: your team name, your roster, the country, the build, the cars from for the people, and tell us about your team and accomplishments and all of that. Also in bold print, for this is for just for the teams. If a team that doesn't qualify, and I guess I'll read it off to you here. Teams that qualify isn't allowed to drop a player off the roster to pick up a player that competed in the qualifiers, explaining to you as if a team competed in that qualifier but failed to make the top 8 for the teams, you're not allowed to pick up that player. But you're allowed to pick up a player if they didn't even sign up for the event or didn't even compete in the event. So you're allowed to pick up a player from that's didn't compete in that event to add to that roster, just in case a dude from your roster drops. Um, Trading is not allowed, at least at the moment. It's not allowed. So no trading at the moment. Um, Next part is submitting your car, and this explaining to you. I'll go into the next page and continue explaining this and whatnot. You have 1 week before the event to submit your car. So with saying that you need to make sure your car is like corrected, whatever you need to do to your car, you need to make sure all that is perfect before you send to us. Because if you send us the wrong car or send us the wrong tune, that's gonna be on you because we already built the car and have it already uploaded to the storefront. So please, you cannot do anything to your car after that deadline once you get that car and it's updated to the storefront. So you have to stick with that car until the end of the event. So as it's saying to the in the last sentence here in the bold print, cars will stay up in the storefront until the end of the event or till the event is completed. So please make sure you have your cars submit it a week before, and make sure you sending in the right car and the tune. So because it goes back to section 3.1 in the ZTA agreement, and number 18 is it's not our fault if you send us the wrong car and you complain about it. It's going to be on you. So please read this carefully and submit carefully. Next part of the rule book, or next part in the rule book, signing up for qualifying lobbies. So if for instance we have 128 people come to the event, we'll probably have 48 lobbies, and each lobby will have two staff members, whether it be judges, track staff, or whatever, etc. it may be. So it'll be two organizers or two staff members, and each lobby will have 16 drivers. And if you do 16 times 4, that's 64 drivers. So I mean, we have an early day one, and have another 4 lobbies for the evening. So it's another 64. You times 2 that, there's 128 drivers. So this is set up to complete qualifying in a day. So if you sign up for that lobby, make sure you're picking the right time for that lobby, because if you miss your time, most likely you're gonna most likely miss your chance to qualify, because we have a lot of people we have to get through. So please pick the right time and all of that. None of this I picked this time, I want to change this. Make sure you're picking the right time. Make sure you're confirming this time, because I mean we can't be going in and out, trying to switch out times and do all of this and whatnot. Make sure you have a time that you want to run in, because like I said, we have a lot of people we have to get through. So it says it's in bold print as well. So also I meant to also in the bold print, it also saying you will get a message 3 days before the event to make sure you still want to compete in the qualifier for that event. So if a slot so happens to be opens up, we'll go to the reserve driver on the reserve sign up form. This also goes for people that miss their lobby times as well. We just go to the sign up, go to the reserve form, and we'll pick from the driver that signed up from there. Okay, moving to number 10, player seating. For World and Pro, it will go placed off the driver standings or event placings. So pretty much explaining, you get pretty much you get seated based off of that standing. You can say it's a point standing, but it's not a championship standing. It's just a point seating standing. So from there, that's how you would get placed. For Open Am, it goes the old-fashioned way, and you have your qualifying and whatnot, and that's pretty much how it would be based. You get the top 32, and that's how the seating would be determined for open and for the open events. For team events, we also go based off the driver standings, but total based off the 3 drivers. For example, Team A is placed that their driver is 1, 2, and 3 in the standings, and Team B is 4, 5, and 6. Most likely, in the case, Team A will be the higher seed because they have more points. So please read that accordingly and everything. And this is how the points will be sorted out or be given out per event. World event, first is 100, second is 50, third is 25. Moving on to the other part of the page, or next page, explaining this. Zoom in here. 4th to 8th place, 20. 9th to 16th is 15 points. 17th to 32nd is 10 points, and 33rd to 64th is 5 points. Your pro events is 50 for first, 40 for second, 30 for third, 4th to 8th is 20, and 9th to 16 is 10 points. Am events, first is 25, second is 20, third is 15, 4th to 8th 10, 9 to 16, 5, 17 through 32 is 2 points, and anything below that is 0 points. So this link below, even though it's not nothing in there yet, but if you want to click the link to get a little, I guess, a breakdown of how everything is going to look, you can go ahead and click on it. But Nothing's gonna be updated into that part of that document until I guess twice when the world event comes around. So I guess you can say sort of February. So you don't have to worry about that link at the moment. And it's giving me the same thing. Actually, that gives you an example. I'll let you see it right now. That gives you an example of how everything will look. Going back to the main page here, we have section 11 here, illegible vehicles and info. It's gonna probably make me have to restart it here, guys. So give me a sec. Quit out. Yep. Okay. Load it back up here. Okay. Pretty much starts me off from where I left off at. Okay. You got the vehicles, illegible vehicles and info here. Okay. Zoom in here and scroll over. Alright. Your car must have doors on both sides and have a max capacity of 2 people or 2 to 6 people that can get in that car. So pretty much 2 doors, no more than 6 people. 11.2 change of car. Drivers are allowed to change their car in between events if they would like. So for instance, if event 1 you didn't like the way that car performed, you can change your car for event 2 and etc etc. Now we have car restrictions, which is in 11.3. I want everybody to really pay attention to this part and everything because this is really important. Cars, we're keeping the tire restriction. We're going back to it. Below shows you the bracket range of each tire should be on the weight and the tire, which weight should be for that tire. And this will be explaining here. We also have kilograms for people that are overseas that are not American, so that way they can understand it as well. You have 2,000 pounds, which is a 255 rear tire or below. 2,700 is 265. 28, 275. 29, 285. 3,000, 295. 3,100, 305. And this is where it takes a 200-pound change or increase. From 305 to 315 is 200-pound increase. So at 3,300 pounds, you must be on a 315. 34, 325, 35, 335, and 3,600 pounds is a 345. So from there, I will have a link later in the next update, which will be after these videos, or immediately after these videos in 1.2. There will be a link of the banned cars or whatnot, just to give you a heads up what cars should be banned. I mean, everybody should have the common sense in knowing that race cars are banned, SUVs, trucks are banned, and Team Forza cars are banned. So I mean, those are the most general cars that are banned, and also include any car that get under 1,800. Those cars will be banned as well. So those are your the common cars that will be banned. But to make sure everybody understands it, there will be a link taking you to that to a document or a spreadsheet showing you which cars are allowed and which cars are not allowed. So to make sure everybody understands it. Moving on to 11.4, allowed parts on the cars. Moving on to the next page. For engines and everything, it shows you what everything is allowed for the engine. It shows you what everything is allowed for platform and handling. I also have a note right there saying that rally spring and damper is allowed if in game. That's just stating in case if we were to go to Forza Horizon 3, and I'm here to confirm we're not going to Forza Horizon 3. So you don't have to worry about that. That explains all of that. The drivetrains has everything which is allowed in that. Your tires and rims has everything that explains all of that. Everybody should know for the tire compound that you are only allowed to use stock, street, and sport. Drag and race tires are not allowed. So I'm going to let everybody know that. For the front tire width, you can go high as possible, but for your rear tire width, you must fall within that weight bracket of the car. So to let you know all of that. The error and Pearsons lets you know what's allowed for that, and the conversions. Moving on to the next page here, it also explains you to the conversions more detail here. Um, Engine swaps are allowed and drivetrain swaps are allowed, but they must be rear drive. So atheration conversion, you're allowed to use any atheration conversion, single, twin, centrifugal, supercharger, twin screw, all that's allowed. 11.5, scroll over here, goes to modding. Goes back to what I said early in the previous videos about the cheating and whatnot. If you're caught cheating or caught modding, like I said earlier, tire smoke mods, tire mods, horse, anything that is not in the DLC and anything that didn't come in the day one of the game, it's considered modding. So please don't try it, cause it will result into suspension or ban from the event or from the competition in completely. Moving to 12, the ESDA nameplate placement. This is showing you an example of how we want people to have their tags placed on the car or have their box placed on the car. Now you can run it on the side of your car or anywhere on your car, but you need to make sure it's on the rear part of the car so people will know, or organizers and the announcer will know who's going and knowing who is leading and following. So please have somewhere your name at the back of the car so that way everybody know who's going on the stream. And also it helps the announcers as well. Moving on to the next page, I want to say that may be it. Yes, that is it for part 3 of the video. Next video we will be covering 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way to 17 to finish out the rule book. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next episode.